Okay, let's talk some Jarvis Landry. He's a good player, and he should probably get talked about more, so I will be talking about him on this video. We're going to start off with a play like this. This is a great example of kind of what Landry can do, and I feel like this is a very key part of his game in a lot of ways. So here's the way it's going to work. It's going to be man coverage. It's a cover one play, and you see he's just running over the middle. Seems kind of simple. But what's great about Landry is how he does this kind of thing where, yes, it might seem like a simple route on paper, but it's going to just be impressive about how he runs it. So anyways, watch what he does. Right when this play starts, you notice how, again, he's going over the middle, but he's really looking like he's going to be going to his left. And that's a key part of his game is he just shifts. He pretends he's going somewhere, goes somewhere else. He does the little things. And I constantly talk about with receivers, make things easier on yourself. Well, that's what Landry does. He just makes things easier on himself. And that's what he's able to do right here, where he's going to help, just make things easier. Because as you see, when he cuts over, I mean, he just gets wide open. And how many times have we seen him just so seamlessly shift from one side to the other, and he's so wide open? And also, a little, side thing on that is how often have we seen Baker Mayfield throw it perfectly to where Landry can catch it on the run and keep moving? It seems like those guys just have, like, the perfect chemistry with each other, and it makes sense, too, because they're both really good players. And then you have something like this. So this is a great example. This was in the wild card game, the playoff game, where they beat Pittsburgh, and this was a huge play in this game, I thought, where this is something he can do as well. So just to set the stage a little bit, 3rd down and 4, Browns already up 7. If the Steelers can get a stop here, I feel like it's a kind of a big deal, maybe to go for a long field goal. I don't know. But, Cleveland not letting that happen. And it's a very similar thing, right? It's going to be that route over in the middle, similar play. However, watch how, again, very seamlessly moves, gets wide open. But then watch what he's able to do after the catch, where he's going to end up getting a touchdown on this play, breaks a tackle, makes a move, all of that fun stuff. So his footwork, he's a very physical player as well, kind of surprisingly physical, and his footwork especially is mainly what he does well. A lot of people will say, oh, he's just a possession receiver or he's just a slot guy, and I've always said, I don't care. Get your yards any way you can, and that's what he can do, and he can, break something off like that and get a big gain. And you also have something like this, where I honestly feel like it's a big part of a wide receiver's game of just being a guy who you can throw away from them and they'll make the catch. And what I mean is on this play, it's zone coverage, and there's going to be some physicality right at the line. As you see, Landry, takes him a second to get completely out. But now he's here, and there's not a ton of separation. And if this was a lesser receiver, you wouldn't want to throw it here, right? Because the defensive player is kind of in the way, and there's not a lot of separation. But what's great about Landry is Baker knows that Landry can make a tough catch. Baker knows that he can trust Jarvis Landry, and that trust is huge. You can throw it sort of away and make Landry make a tough catch because he can make a diving catch consistently. Like, watch this sort of back shoulder behind Landry, but Landry adjusts and makes the grab. That's not an easy play to make, but what I love about that play isn't just that, he made a tough catch. Like, if Baker kind of missed the throw and Landry bails him out, okay, that's still cool. That still helps. But what's cool about this one is Baker hit his spot. Baker's plan was to make Jarvis Landry make a tough catch because he knew that Landry can, and that's just a huge benefit for a football player. Like, there's something like this as well. I kind of talked about his physicality. It's, I don't know why, but, he doesn't necessarily look like the most physical receiver, but he certainly plays like one. He really does. So that's probably, that's something that I think is a pretty underrated part of his game, I would say. I would say probably the biggest reason is, 5'11", 203 pounds. So he's not the biggest guy necessarily out there. But again, he can play well, and it's not just with running people over, but it's just with, making contested catches. So on this play, very simple play, cover 3 zone. They're going to have Landry run over the middle. It's a play action. Simple stuff, nothing too fancy, but watch what happens. So Mayfield takes the snap. It sounds so weird calling him Mayfield. He's Baker, right? No one calls him Mayfield. Everyone calls him Baker. Anyways, I just noticed that. But you see Landry, he's not really that open. He's going to try to see if he can use his speed to get a little open, but it's good defense. They're playing the Colts. Colts play good defense. It is what it is. So, again, this is very similar to that last play where a lot of quarterbacks here, I think, would look to throw to somebody else, maybe try to run the ball a little bit, get some yards that way. But, again, Mayfield knows he can trust Landry, and trusting Landry has pretty much always been the right decision. Because watch how, Mayfield makes this throw, and Landry is able to kind of make that contested catch and hold on while there's some contact. It was bobbled a little. You see the Colts players even saying it was bobbled, but he was able to hold on and make the grab because he's a strong player. He's a strong physical player who can also make a tough catch. And you also have something like this. So this is going to show off his route running a little bit. I want to talk a little bit more about his route running because it is impressive. It's, cover one man right here. So it's a one-on-one matchup essentially. And I want you to see just how many moves he's going to make on this play. As you see, watch him fake as though he's going in. Then he gets to the outside, but then he goes back over to the middle. He completely juked out the safety. I'll show this play again just so you can see the safety gets completely fooled. The player who was playing man did a little bit better, but not much, and it's hard to blame either one of them, honestly. That's just a great move, and it's kind of thinking ahead. Okay, these guys know I like to sort of help myself out by making one move, so what do? Well, I'll fake as though I'm going right, then fake as though I'm going left, and then actually go right, and now they're all going to be fooled. So stuff like that. He's thinking sort of 2 steps ahead in a lot of ways, so that's a fun play. And it also comes through on something like this because, some of what the Browns do, it's not quite like Tennessee, but they do like to run, and then run a play action and throw it. But you can sort of use Landry to build off of that. You can use him in just the traditional sense, run over the middle, take get an 11-yard gain, cool. But you can also do it in the sense like this, where you have Landry sort of fake as though he's running over the middle, but then he's going to get to the outside because he is a good route runner. And watch, I'm going to pause this at a certain point. Look, right here, he's just running over the middle. Like, there's no way you could see this and think, oh, I got to get over there and cover him because there's 2 guys in that area. And so now, I talk about Indianapolis being a smart team, but Landry has completely fooled them right here with this good route running. And so then when he does cut back, look at how open he gets. That's just, it's smart coaching by the Browns of using Landry in that way, but it's also, again, kind of like how I say, where, similar to how Baker Mayfield will throw it to Landry and force him to make a tough catch because he knows he can. Well, the Browns coaching staff can force him to run some, high degree of difficulty routes because they know that he can. So he's just kind of one of those guys where he helps you on the team. He makes everyone better. He makes everything look better because he can do a lot of this stuff that not a lot of other guys in the league can do. And he's just electric to watch. He's just very fun to watch. So a lot of good stuff about Jarvis Landry here. So yeah, that's what I think about Landry. Good player, very good player. That's what I think. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Always love hearing from you. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.